7-1. Put your feet in our hands.
Welcome to Eastern Sierra News. I'm Abby Stoiber, and in the news this week, Inyo County has selected a new clerk, recorder, and registrar of voters. Pacific Southwest Regional Forester Randy Moore will serve as the 20th chief of the USDA Forest Service. We now have what happened to the Texan couple missing in April from lone survivor Emily Henkel in her own words. We also have an interview with Dr. Cheryl Olson, Northern Inyo Hospital's new breast surgeon. Mammoth Hospital has received a $10,000 grant from Vaughn's Foundation for low-cost mammograms, and we have an update on the investigation with the fire at Scotty's Castle's Visitor Center. All this and more coming up on Eastern Sierra News. We would also like to let all of our viewers know that starting July 5th, Eastern Sierra News will be airing on a different weekly schedule and will air on Mondays at 11 a.m., Wednesdays at 3 p.m., and Fridays at 8 p.m. I'm Abby Stoiber, and we'll be right back. To each of the 4 applicants on June 29th for Inyo County Clerk, Recorder, and Registrar of Voters applicants was unique to strange times. Quote, what would you do if you asked to alter the results of an election? End quote. The candidate chosen for the position at Tuesday's Board of Supervisors meeting, Danielle Sexton, was the most tactful. She said, quote, people want to be heard and treated with respect. I'd explain we have to follow the ordinances, end quote. Sexton came to the interview with a strong resume. She has worked as a finance manager for Inyo County Superior Court for more than 13 years, developing working relationships with the county, the state, and the public. Quote, I'm driven, she says. I work well under pressure, end quote. She expressed a firm belief in the strength of working as a team. Her skills will be tested fairly quickly. The recall election of Governor Gavin Newsom could be held any time between late August. That gives Sexton a short break in between. She'll be taking up the reins once held by Tammy Foote, who served in the position since 2010. In addition to overseeing elections, half of the clerk recorder's job is self-explanatory. The office manages and protects public records related to land ownership, as well as records of birth, death, and marriage. It's the sort of job where being detail-oriented is mandatory. All 5 of the supervisor's second pick was Wills Kane. The upside for the county in the clerk recorder registrar of voters office for the last year, brought up on board to work on the 2020 presidential election. Kane's background is in marketing, with a work history of keeping multiple balls in the air. While working for Inyo, Kane built the county's Facebook and Instagram pages, noting his application letter the importance of combating the disinformation surrounding the 2020 election. During the supervisor's discussion of the applicants, keeping Kane in his current position while adding Sexton represented a win-win. The USDA Forest Service has announced that Pacific Southwest Regional Forester Randy Moore will serve as the 20th chief of the USDA Forest Service beginning July 26th. The press release says that brings over 40 years of experience to the role. Moore said, quote, I am humbled to be selected as chief of the USDA Forest Service, and I look forward to continuing our path into the future with our employees and the citizens we serve. We have much work to do as we contribute to our nation's most pressing challenges, tackling climate change, advancing racial equity, and helping the people we serve recover and heal from the global pandemic, in part through connection with our treasured public lands. We'll be right back with more news.
Welcome to Mammoth Lakes, California.
Hit the nail on the head. She said, "Love you, Nikki. You need this ring on your finger." I sure do, Susan. I absolutely need this ring.
Oh, by the way, Katie's mom called. Said she was worried about Katie. She can come home from school today.
From the visitor center debris pile, work has now resumed on other flood recovery projects at Scotty's Castle. The flood control project should start in the fall, along with several smaller projects. The historic district is scheduled to reopen in 2023. Park staff are currently working on plans for visitor services now that the visitor center has burned down. And now for the Eastern Sierra News weather report. What do you have for us, Dennis?
Okay, we've certainly made it to a Friday, haven't we? And it is July 2nd. That large high responsible for the record-setting heat across Canada and the Pacific Northwest sagged south over Four Corners region today and Saturday. This should limit availability of instability, but some higher elevations of Mono County and Mammoth still should see a mix of wet, dry thunderstorms through Independence Day. As next week progresses, that ridge will gradually shift west, with the upstairs temperatures looking to increase to a more summer pattern. Right now, looking like a nice holiday weekend. For the Owens Valley today, sunny 99 and 61. Saturday, sunny, a 10% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms, 99 and 62. And for the 4th of July, sunny, a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 98 and 62. For the town of Mammoth Lakes today, mostly sunny skies, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 78 and 53. Saturday, mostly sunny, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 77 and 54. And for the 4th of July, mostly sunny, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 76 and 54. This is Dennis Mattinson for Sierra Wave Media. And no matter what, have a great, go do it, holiday weekend.
Thank you, Dennis. Well, that's it for Eastern Sierra News this week. I'm Abby Stoiber. Remember that you can tune in to KSRW Sierra Wave anytime at Alt 92.5. And for more news 24/7, visit our website at sierrawave.net. And don't forget that starting July 5th, Eastern Sierra News will begin airing on Mondays at 11 a.m., Wednesdays at 3 p.m., and Fridays at 8 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Navigation is always the most challenging aspect in an adventure race, and Pete had a very, very difficult job. He's pulling along 3 other team members who expect him to make the right decision. Pete and Liza are usually at the front of the pack. We're about 35th out of 67 teams. Hopefully we're not going to hold them up too much for the rest of the race.
It's fully open and they're cruising, but they need to come this way, unfortunately.
I was exhausted. Turbo was exhausted. It was all we could do to keep that boat moving. Turbo taking a little nap. Just want to make sure he's covered up so he doesn't wake up and burn. That's just the ashes, dust and dust. We still had a long way to go. We had big mountain bikes ahead of us. We had this monstrous trekking section. We were going to the tallest peak in Costa Rica, and then this lost jungle valley with no road access at all. After that, big whitewater sections ahead of us, more paddling.
Is that right?
Yep. It's a dish.
Want me to carry something? Here.
Natural, untreated, and the number one symbol of the Christian faith. That is only $59.
Oh, I heard a splash up in the water barrel.
And a half too long. We were there for 3 hours, and that is just insane.
It was not the sign of a functional team, and it certainly wasn't what you wanted to see 3.5 days into the race.
Taco night is heartburn you can plan for, but surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
This is probably one of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
I'm just trying to calculate how many hours I've been waiting for Great White Shark.
Cars turning on the ground, finding damage. I love the outdoors and love the adventure that went with it.
Together, committed to helping preserve what makes the outdoors worth exploring.
This is a team of trained killers and military elite, the toughest group of conservationists on the planet.
This is what it's all about.
In this series, an elite team of ex-Special Forces soldiers is putting 25 civilians through the toughest stages of selection.
We're moving right along here. Looking like it's gonna be a beautiful bluebird day.
You can see the sun cresting over what we've got, and it's casting a nice shadow across the mountains to our
Resort TV Research wants to know what networks you're watching on television when you're in resort areas. Log on to resorttvresearch.com/survey. Do it from your phone, tablet, or computer and let us know, and we'll enter you in a drawing to win a $3,000 bike from bikeman.com. Log on, complete the survey telling us what networks you've been watching, and enter to win. That's it. Go to resorttvresearch.com/survey. See site for complete rules.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. Inside, outside, big or small, Angie helps you find the right solution for whatever you need done. With Angie, you can connect with top local pros and see ratings and reviews. Just search or scroll to see upfront pricing on hundreds of projects. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. It's easy to make your home an Angie home. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.